Hello everyone, in this short video we're cutting my cat's nails so I can show you how to cut the nails and what type of nail clippers to use. Both of my cats are very well behaved when it comes to do nail trims because I showed them when they were kittens and I really tried to get them used to it so I didn't struggle when they were grown. So yeah, welcome to my channel. This is all about pets, so if you want to learn more about pet health, you can subscribe to my channel and like this video, share it, or leave your questions if you have any. Okay, we're gonna start with Toru. He is good. Like, there's worse cats, right? But he's very wiggly. Like, he moves a lot. He wants to leave. So I try to, do it as quick as possible. And for that, we need to know where the quick is and how their nails are, how they're growing, so we don't spend a lot of time figuring that out when we're doing it. So first of all, it just depends on what's your routine with your cat. But I usually do this. To the chin. I know. Okay, he likes to complain, but he won't scratch me or bite me or anything. So I usually put them like this. They know this is nail trim time. So I put my arm in here so they know they have to stay in here. And then I press the nail. When I see the nail, I cut it. And then I do that really, really quick with all the nails. Like I said, I try to do it as quick as possible because, we have short kitty minutes. They lose their patience and they want to leave and you can't do anything about that. So yeah, if we want to keep it as friendly as possible, we need to do it very quick. Here you go. And with the back legs, I'm going to actually show you how they look closer so you're able to see where the quick is, where to cut, and how to use the nail clipper as well. So you're lucky, Toru. We're giving you a break. Okay, so over here I have two nail clippers. This is I would say the smallest nail clipper that you can find in the market. And it's usually called a cat nail clipper. They have to be smaller because cats' nails are thin and sharp, so if you use a bigger nail clipper you might just crack the nail instead of cutting it, which can lead to quick exposure, and it's very painful and uncomfortable, so your cat probably won't trust you again with nail clipping. But if you ever do that, don't worry, it's not the end of the world. Your cat is gonna probably hate you during that day, but then you can start over and give more treats so they don't remember that painful moment and they just remember that nail trim is a pleasant experience. So yeah, we have this small nail clipper here. It's very comfortable to use. You use it with these two fingers and you just put the nail in between and cut. And then we have the bigger nail clippers. There are bigger nail clippers than this one. Yeah, so you have these bigger nail clippers and they have a security thing in there, and then they also have this limit check, which I don't use very often because this is more for dog nail clipping. And I was saying I don't use this very often because every dog nail is different. So this limit that the manufacturer puts in here so you don't cut the quick, it's not very reliable because there are quicks that might be longer or shorter than that. So you might get the quick anyways if you follow that. So I usually put it to the side. It can be moved. So I put it to the side and I just use it like this without the limit. Okay, you can see here that there's a pink area that we don't want to cut and the white area that we do want to cut. And I'm just squeezing between the tiny bone and the pad. So it's like magic. It's like, weep. We have a nail. We don't have a nail. We have a nail. We don't have a nail. I always recommend for you to do this before cutting the nail, because otherwise it's hard to see the quick, and you can cut more and it's painful. So yeah, we're gonna squeeze and cut, squeeze and okay, so squeeze and cut. And it's actually easy because they have like a groove where the nail clipper just like fits in there perfectly. So if you go beyond that groove, you're gonna cut the quick. If you don't, you cut the nail. I'm gonna try to show you sideways. Okay, so squeeze. We see the quick in there, pink, and the white area. We see the groove, and we cut. Squeeze. We see the pink area, the white area. We see the groove. I'm sorry, that tickled. I know, come here. We see the groove, and we cut. And come here, you're not done. So white area, pink area, toru. See the groove, cut. Same in here. Then last paw. And then you're free, toru inacio. There you go. And I already cut these 3 trying to show you. So yeah, that's it. Okay, I actually saw a little bit of litter inside the nail. I was trying to take it off, and then I noticed that this tiny bit came out. Usually this is just like the nail peeling. It's very normal. You don't have to worry about if you see some of that coming out. There he goes. Very mad, as you can see from that tail. So that was it. That's how I cut my cat's nails. As you can see, they were not comfortable. They were not happy to be there, but they were patient a little bit, I guess. They were not biting, they were not scratching. They were trying to leave the place, the room, but they were still like trying to hold it in, you know? And that's what we want for a cat nail trim. There are some cats that are definitely not like that. They hate their paws being touched. They are gonna do absolutely everything they can to escape from the situation, and that's normal. It's usually because they never got trained for a situation like this. But what I did with my cats, like I said, was as soon as I adopted them, I started like putting them in my lap in that same position that I showed you, and trying to like squeeze the paws and play with their paws. And usually when we're like loving each other, not necessarily doing a procedure like a nail trim, I also squeeze their paws and like pet them in between the toes so they don't feel uncomfortable when it's time to do this. Actually, that's just training your cats in normal situations and daily situations, so when it's time to do this nail trim, they don't freak out and think they're about to die. If you remember, we talked about kitty minutes, and that's usually a term that we use in the clinic environment to tell when a cat is about to become aggressive and let us know, okay, I'm out of here, I don't want this. Cats have limited kitty minutes. Their patience is not like the best. So you want to try to do it as fast as possible, but as safe as possible as well. So that's why I wanted to show you this video with images of the quick, where to cut, and what nail clippers to use. It's literally been like, I don't know, 3 minutes since I did the nail trim, and my cats are already playing and happy again. So yeah, they're gonna be mad for the first couple minutes, but then they're gonna just get over it. And now she's just looking for food. And that's also another tip, actually. There's some cats that love treats and churu and food. So if your cat is not willing to accept a nail trim with just like nothing, you can also try to do it with churu. That's usually the best thing to use because yeah, we all know that cats are addicted to churu. So yeah, it's the best thing to use. Maybe if you have someone else to help you, that person can be offering churu while you have your cat on your lap and cutting their nails. They are probably not even realize you're cutting the nails if you use churu. I know my cats wouldn't. But like I said, every cat is different and their personalities are different, their patience is different, and their traumas and what they've been through in the past as well. So if they ever had a negative experience where people were like cutting the quick or cutting too close to the quick, which is also painful, they might remember this experience as something completely negative and they don't want to go through that again. So it's your turn to do this whole training process with positive experience and positive reinforcement, which is offering Churu and maybe doing playtime after trying just with one nail, doing one nail at a time, and actually monitoring your cat's behavior to see when it's time to stop. Maybe you can only do one nail a day, and that's also okay because you need a lot of patience for your cat to get used to this. So yeah, if you have any questions, just leave them in the comments. And if you actually have a video of you and your cat trying to do this and like you trying to perform a nail trim on your cat, you can also send me the video so I can give you a few tips on how to do it a little bit better for your cat and for you as well, so you don't have to suffer all of that stress. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you want to see more pet health content like this. I talk about everything about pets, just behavior, nutrition, and veterinary advice. So yeah, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button as well so you don't miss any of my new videos. Thank you for watching.